today we are going to do a bluish smoky type of look. It's going to be very easy to achieve though. It's not going to be a whole lot of different products. We're going to use 2 palettes and we're going to achieve this look. Hopefully it's simple enough for us to follow. So let's talk about what we do on this channel. We talk about fragrances, we do skincare, and we do beauty tutorials. If any of that interests you, please go ahead and subscribe. And without any more chit chat, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. Start by putting something on my lips. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm first, and it's gonna add moisture to my lips. Prep it for later on. I cleaned it up with a little bit of concealer, and now I'm going to use my paint pot and I'm going to base my whole eye out with it. Just a thin layer. Now that we've created an even base with our paint pot, I'm going to go in with my Melt eyeshadow stack, and I think this is the Dark Matter eyeshadow stack, and I'm going to use the blending color. Let's find her. Blur is the name, and I'm going to put that all over my crease. I'm going to use a Morphe 573 brush, and this is just going to be my transition color. It very closely matches my skin tone, which is why I chose this one. I'm going to use the color Unseen, and I'm just going to go directly over that in the crease. Just to add a little bit of depth in that area. I'm using the same brush, by the way. And I am going in the outer V with that color just a little bit, just to help create my shape. Now as a second base, I'm going to use Lancome's Stylo waterproof pencil in French Viridian. This is going to be the base for my next color, and I'm just going to go on my lid with this. You can be sloppy with it because we're going to blend it out. Just using a flat packing brush to blend that base out so it's smooth and we don't have any like buckling of our eyeshadow once we put it on top. Just make it smooth. I like these waterproof pencils because they create a nice smooth base, and then you know whatever you put on top of it is just gonna adhere to it and last all day. It's gonna last a lot longer when you put this underneath. So that's why I use these particular pencils. There aren't any harsh edges. I'm just gonna take that same blending brush that I placed my crease colors with and just blend the edges out. We definitely don't want harsh edges. So now we're gonna concentrate this color on top of the lid, right on top of where we placed that base. And I'm just using an Eco Tools brush. And I think I want a little bit more intensity, so I am going to wet my brush. I'm gonna spray some of my setting spray on the brush. Pick up some of the product and continue to pack it on. And I'm stopping just right at the crease. Now, because I want a little bit more intensity on this outer corner here, on both sides of course, I'm going to use the black from the Melt Dark Matter stack, and this particular color is Dark Matter. So we're just going to take a pencil brush, and I'm using a Morphe R41, and I am just going to stamp that on the outer corner, and then we'll blend it out with a different brush. But I'm literally staying in this V here. I want it to stay primarily right there. I'm just going to blend it out right in that area with a small blending brush. This one doesn't have a name. I got this from my beauty supply store. I'm not going in the crease with this color. And if we lose any of that intensity with that blue, just go back in with it and tap it right on top. It helps it to blend better anyway. To intensify that sparkle, I'm gonna put this right on top of the blue, and I'm going to use my fingers just because I want a little bit more glitter in this. And don't be shy with it. Get that on there. And as you can see, it gave it a blue-green shift, and I absolutely love that. Run a little bit of black liner in our inner waterline, top and bottom. And this eyeliner is from Esqido. They create lashes. I'm gonna clean up around my eyes, do my skincare, and then we'll start in with my Milk HydroGrip primer first. And I just squirt a few pumps into my hand, and I put it everywhere. My second primer, I'm going to use CoverGirl's True Blend Base Business Skin Primer, the Pore Minimizing one. Completely long name, but if you're looking for it, it's just the purple one. And I'm going to put this on with the brush. I'm just using an Eco Tools foundation brush to do this, and I just smooth this right over my pore, like my heavy pore area. These ones show the most, so that's why I feel like I need another primer for this area. Foundations, I'm going to use Dose of Colors foundation. It's the Meet Your Hue foundations, and I have two colors. As you already know, I always use two colors. I use 123, which is 123 medium tan, and 127 medium tan. One is a little bit warmer, one is a little bit more golden, and that's why I mix them together. So I'm just going to put a couple pumps behind the back of my hand, and then we're going to go in with our Juvia's Place foundation brush. And I just stipple this on. I absolutely love this foundation. So now for my first concealer, I am going to be using MAC's ProLongWear concealer, and I am going to pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and this is going to be my color correcting shade. So I'm going to apply this with a brush and then blend it out with a Sigma Precision flat angle brush. It's the P88. And I am just going to apply this. And this color is only going underneath my eyes. I'm not putting it anywhere else. I'm going to use my e.l.f. blending sponge to press that in. And now I'm going to use a little bit of that Meet Your Hue Dose of Colors concealer. And I have the concealer in number 17, and this is going to be my highlighting color. So I can drag this one a little bit further down. She's going to go in the center of my nose and in the middle of my forehead, and I'm going to blend that out with that same e.l.f. sponge, and I use my sponge dry. By the way, my ProLongWear concealer was in the color NW35. And just blend her out. Adding just a teeny bit more right here in the contour, and that's gonna sit while I contour. Y'all like what I did there? Contour today, we're gonna use NW45 Studio Fix stick. This is a soft matte foundation stick by MAC, and we just are gonna place it. definitely along the forehead, right on the sides of the nose, just there, and on the end cap. You see where I placed it? That's all I want. I'm gonna use a different brush today. I'm gonna use the Jouer foundation brush, and it's just a paddle type of brush. I honestly don't know what type of brush they call this. Looks like the old school hair brushes to me, but that's what I'm going to blend mine in with. We blend the sides of our nose with the 227 from MAC. This is a large fluff brush. And make sure we don't forget that little end cap there. I always blend my nose contour into my eyebrows, always. I'm gonna blend that last little bit of remaining concealer out with my same brush, my same sponge. And then we're gonna immediately set it. Set under my eyes with my Charlotte Tilbury-Airbrush Flawless Finish. I always have trouble saying that name, but I have it in number medium 2. And I'm just using a Juvia's Place highlighting brush to do so. I'm just pressing that in. And you want to get really close to that bottom lash line so you have a very smooth under eye. I reinforce my contour with Bobbi Brown's Nude Finish Illuminating Powder, and I have it in the color Rich. And I just go around that perimeter where I contoured. I'm using a MAC 159 brush. It's just a dual fiber brush. A little bake so we can finish off the eyes, and I am going to go back into my Huda Beauty palette. And where is my brush? I am going to go in back into that color, and I'm just going to press it onto the bottom lash line. And blend it out some. On the outer corner, I'm just going to take that pencil brush that had that black on it. I didn't add any more product to it, but I just want to marry this corner on the top with the bottom corner. So I'm just blending that out a little bit. The inner corner, I'm going to use this and this. First, I'm going to place this, and then I'm going to put that right on top of it. And they're both shimmer shades with the pink undertone. So I'm placing that first. So that pink wasn't giving me the pop that I want. So I'm using CoverFx Moonstone ShimmerVeil. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to place that on top of that. And then I'm going to pack some more of that eyeshadow on. But I'm going to use this as a base. I'm going to use this one and pack it onto that base. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Then I'm going to use a little bit of this color, and I'm going to go into my brow bone for a teeny bit of sparkle there, not very much. Do a very, very thin black line, put on my lashes, which will be, these are by Morphe. The name is Russian Blue, and I'm going to put those on, and we'll be back to finish off this face. As you can see, I dusted off the bake from underneath my eye. This time I didn't press it in, I just dusted off. And now I'm going to be using Fenty Beauty's loose powder in the color Honey with my Alcone powder puff. And I'm just going to press this into all of my skin. I'm going to make sure that I don't get under my eyes though, because I want that to remain the same. I'm going to bronze using my Bobbi Brown bronzer in Deep. And I am going to use an E3 by Morphe. And we're just bronzing up that whole perimeter. Blush. I am going to use the Narcissist palette by NARS, if I can open her up. And it just has 6 colors, and I'm going to use this one and this one mixed together. One has shimmer, one does not, and I think it'll make a nice contrast on the cheek. The colors are Taos and Exposed. For highlight, I'm going to use Bobbi Brown Opal Glow, and it is one of their highlighting powders. And I am just putting it on a Morphe R31, and I'm only going to the highest points. I don't like a whole lot of highlight because I got a lot going on this face. I'm going to use my trusty Kiss Luxury Lip Liner in Roasted Coffee. It is my favorite. I usually use it every day, and I am going to line my lips with it. Lip color, I am going to use, this is Kiss Kiss 220, the Melting Pout Vinyl Vow from CoverGirl, and it's just like a pinky tone. And I'm going to fill my whole lip in with this. Steps are my setting spray, and then I'm going to do my mascara, and then we are done. And this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Blue eyes. Blue is usually hard to execute in an eye look, but this one was very, very simple. We only used one blue color and we didn't go overboard with it. So let me know what you think. If you execute this look on yourselves, please tag me on Instagram or wherever you post it. This is it. Let me know what you guys think. And if you love this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Until next time.